This is still the Wonder Huskies video. I'm going to show a bit of this and then make another comment.
Part of a car that looks like the rear end.
Yeah, maybe a mid-60s or something. Kind of hard. Those lights could be three or four different cars, but it's really not enough of it there to, to tell. But I'd have to dig out a little bit, but I probably wouldn't even bother with that.
End of some kind of badass malaise era.
Yeah, that's kind of within early 60s probably. You said Ford Galaxy. That could maybe a Galaxy or maybe that other car, like a Falcon or something.
I'm not a car person, and there's not a whole lot to go by. I would guess that was some kind of old Cadillac, Buick. I don't know.
Don't look.
Anything. There's car people watching this video.
It looks more Ford than GM.
Who can tell me exactly what make, model, and year this thing is, just by the tiny little corner poking out of the dirt. And if so, let us know in the comments below. And for that matter, let us know what you think this car was, the one that's buried in the pile of rocks. Again, you can't see much more of it than the windows, so there's not a whole lot to go by, but I'll bet you anything there's somebody watching who can tell us exactly what year, make, and model this car was, too. Okay, the friend that I'm traveling around with, the friend who found this in the first place and brought me here, doesn't want to be on camera, but
if I were him, I'd be making selfies with you, holding you in the most intimate, most passionate way I could think of that we could still fit on YouTube. I wouldn't I wouldn't hide away in shame and whatever. I'd want to be making selfies with you. Let me finish this and make another comment.
He happens to be a car guy, and so he told me what he thinks this was. And so everybody make your guesses. I'm going to tell you what he said it was. You can see if you were right or not. I mean, I guess assuming he was right in the first place. Okay,
there's really not enough poking out there, too. That could be several different cars. I must say a Fairmont, because it kind of has that Fairmont look, but I could be completely wrong.
Said he thinks this is a Ford LTD from the late 70s or maybe like 1980. Huh? What do I know? All I know is the graffiti on this place is absolutely terrible. But I did think that...
Well, sometimes graffiti is terrible. Sometimes graffiti is interesting. Now, if it's just profane language, yeah, you graffiti artists, you can do better than that. But some of the paintings actually represent some... some of them actually represent some pretty creative minds. Even though it's graffiti, it's the wrong place. But some graffiti is interesting. Some graffiti is just trash. Let me finish here.
Car covered in rocks was worth coming to check out because why did they do it? If they were trying to hide a stolen car, it seems like there's 1,000 better ways to do it.
All you need to do is just take if it's stolen, just cut out the VIN number. Just VIN number is only on a vehicle about 3 or 4 different places. All you got to do is cut that out. And if it's on an engine block, it's unlikely anybody's going to trace a car to that point. You can say, well, look, I bought that engine in a junkyard or something. That's how you got to tell somebody if they go the trouble of actually trying to trace it. But you can cut the VIN number out and not worry about anybody tracing it. And even if they say, well, it looks like a stolen car, they say, well, prove it. Where's the VIN number? Let me play a second more of this.
Old abandoned mines in the area. You could drive it down a mine shaft. You could bury it in the sand. That even seems better. This is just kind of like hiding it.
You could take some trinitro tooling and blow it to bits. There's some C4.
In plain sight, like say this car was stolen and the cops come out here on a hot tip of this Nazi biker gang stole it, and they come out here and go, yeah, you haven't happened to see a 1979 Ford LTD anywhere around here, have you? Oh, no, sir.
No, that's not even worth stealing, not this point.
I haven't seen anything. We're just out here building this giant rock pile for no reason. Although, considering there is all this patio furniture made out of stone right next to it, I guess that would kind of be a plausible excuse for why you had a giant mound of rocks next to your house. Gee, Officer Weir.
Chick, if you want somebody to hold you in the most passionate way, making selfies with you, if you want somebody to keep you warm on cold winter nights, if you want somebody to throw you every now and then, hey, you let me know. Love you, Chick. Bye-bye.